Last year, Magic Johnson and the Lakers were driven to the finals with one thing in mind, to repeat as champions. This season, Magic is averaging a near triple-double, is driven to this year's return engagement as a gift for the captain of the Lakers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So he deserves to go out in a grand fashion. And the only grand fashion I know is a championship and to ride in the parade with confetti all over his head. And I hope that we can accomplish that for him.
Last year, Michael Jordan became one of our national treasures as he captured the NBA scoring championship, the MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year awards. This season, there's much the same, as Air Jordan is listed in almost every statistical category that the NBA records, and some they don't. Tonight, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar says farewell. Chicago says hello to Showtime. That's next.
TBS Sports presents NBA Basketball, America's Game. Tonight's game is brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filtered for real draft taste. It's as real as it gets. By Honda, who invites you to test drive the Accord LX four-door sedan at your local Honda dealership. By Wendy's, the best burgers in the business. And by the U.S. Armed Forces. It's a great place to start.
Hello again, everybody, along with Rick Barry, Skip Carey, welcoming you to another night of NBA basketball from the Chicago Stadium, where the Lakers are going to play a capacity crowd. 45th consecutive regular season sellout for the Bulls. And they take on the defending world champion Lakers, and everybody talking about how badly the Lakers are playing. They've lost 4 out of 5. They've lost 3 in a row. They haven't lost 4 in a row since the 1978-79 season. Still in all, they're 16-7 for the year, which is not too shabby. On the other side of the coin, the Chicago club has won 4 out of 5 after a slow start. Doug Collins has them playing well, and Rick Barry, put the whole thing in perspective for us.
Well, Skip, what you really have is you have a coach in Doug Collins who's very happy with the way his team is playing, especially defensively. They've been very consistent, a little bit spotty with their offense. But you do have 2 unhappy people in this building tonight. One of them, Pat Riley, for the way that his team is performing. The other one is Michael Jordan. He has said a few things in the newspaper here and to the local media as to his frustrations with the Chicago Bulls. So before the game, I talked to these 2 unhappy people, Pat Riley and Michael Jordan.
I think the one reason why we haven't been able to win consistently on this road trip is our defense and our rebounding. More than anything else is inconsistent. So, I mean, at home, you're tough. At home, you play well, you play confident, you're more aggressive. And when you go out on the road, you have to develop a road mentality that brings on somewhat of maniacal attitude, nasty, aggressive. You got to play twice as hard on the road just to be close to win. And we're not doing that right now. We're getting beat at the buzzer 2 or 3 games. We surrendered a 20-point lead the other night at Washington and lost at the wire. And those losses are more debilitating than getting blown out.
Well, I think it was more or less my frustrations. I've been here for actually 4 years, and we've been trying to make a great change in terms of trying to move up into the upper echelon of our division, and the guys have really been taking some time to adjust. And I seem to realize that we have a very young team, and it's going to take time to adjust to certain players. And we got some new players, we got some young players who are expected to give a lot to us, and they just haven't responded. And they're going to do it, I hope. And they shows great signs that they can do it.
So it's the Lakers and Bulls, a capacity crowd. Quite a night of basketball coming up. We'll have the opening tip right after this.
Miller Lite isn't just a regular beer with a watered-down some of the most important moving parts in the Honda Accord sedan weren't designed by Honda engineers. It takes a pretty big car to say that.
Sir, would you choose hamburger A, a Wendy's hamburger made with fresh beef, or B, made with beef that's been frozen?
Hamburger B.
Why?
Looks like the chow we had in the Marines.
Was it good?
No, it was terrible, but what memories. Slogging chest deep through the muck, mosquitoes as big as choppers, smell of sulfur in the air, I loved it. Say, were you in the Corps?
No.
I didn't think so.
Most people prefer hamburgers made with fresh beef, like Wendy's, the best burgers in the business.
Okay, let's take a look at the lineups. This place is up for grabs. They had the Kareem retirement ceremonies, of course, and now they're ready for a big night of basketball as the Bulls and Lakers are about to get together. No surprises in that Los Angeles lineup. Kareem playing himself back into shape. He missed several games with a leg problem. And Pat Riley, we talk about how dapper he is, but this guy's a good, solid basketball coach, and he's the head man of the Lakers. He's got a good team, but he gets them to play in consort, and that's not always easy when you have a lot of talented individuals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the lineup will go like this.
I bet you Michael Jordan's in it.
I'll bet you he is, too. There he is. You're right. Brad Sellers, they hope he can play a physical brand of ball. He's a big guy, but more of a finesse player. And Bill Cartwright feels a little pressure here because a very popular player, the rebounding guru Charles Oakley, is in New York, and Cartwright is here. And there's Doug Collins, who's really quite happy with the way his team is playing after a slow start. He thinks they're getting to know one another. We shall see.
He's put him in a little bit new wrinkle defensively. They're doing some traps, 3 different style of half-court trapping that they've been doing. They've only worked on it for 4 or 5 days, but it was effective against the Milwaukee Bucks when they played them.
Jack Nees, Paul Mahalik, and Hank Armstrong are our NBA officials assigned to this game. And we're ready to go, and we sincerely hope that you'll enjoy it.
It'll be interesting to watch the Lakers giving some different looks at Michael Jordan, and they're going to try to stop his penetration to the basket. Easier said than done.
The Bulls win the draw, as you see. Sam Vincent with it up top against Magic. Bill Cartwright. Left it short. A.C. Green the rebound. Here come the Lakers. Magic Johnson, what a year he's having. Jordan plays in as Rick suggested he would. Jordan knocks it away and out of bounds.
Well, the one thing about Michael Jordan is that he works just as hard on both ends of the court, and you really have to admire and respect that in a player of his caliber.
Byron Scott in the pivot. Magic scoops it up, knocks away. Big scramble. A.C. Green finds Magic again. Against the double team, Green for 3. He didn't get any, and the rebound by Cartwright. The 24-second clock went off, but after the shot, Brad Sellers from Ohio State at the other end of Vincent. Grant out of Clemson. Sellers with it once more. Vincent. That won't go. Rebound, A.C. Green. So a minute has gone by, and nothing's happened offensively. Byron Scott in and out. Horace Grant the rebound.
There's nothing to speak of.
Cartwright got the layup. It's 2-0.
Well, the Bulls also believe that you must run against the Lakers to have a chance to beat them. You can't let the Lakers set their own tempo in a basketball game. That is just playing right into their hands.
Magic dribbles the perimeter, goes to Kareem. A.C. Green and a foul and a 2-shot opportunity. Vincent and Grant both were there. It's on Vincent.
Foul on Sam Vincent,
His first, team first.
It could have easily been on Grant. He only fouled him twice. Pushed him before he ever got the ball, and then he hit him with the body, but it was Vincent reaching in who drew the foul.
A.C. Green to the line to shoot a couple. A year ago at this time, the Bulls were 15-7. They're 12-10 now.
Well, I think it's because they got off to such a great start last year on the road games, 8-1 on the road to begin the season. This year they added a new player in the middle, Bill Cartwright. They had to make some adjustments, and as a result, the team is not playing as well as they were at this point last year, but they're getting close.
Big roar grows up as Santa Claus makes his way into the Chicago Stadium. It's a 2-1 Chicago game.
Actually, I think I spotted Walter Payton walking in. That may have had a little bit to do with it.
He makes more money than Santa. Cartwright in the pivot. Vincent. Yes. It's 4-1 Chicago. 10-10 left first quarter. Rick Barry, Skip Carey from Chicago, where it was 59 degrees today. Worthy, no good. Rebound by Jordan. Chicago on the move again. They want to run against the Lakers. Grant, nice shot. And so far, it's working very nicely. It's 6-1. 9:45 left first quarter.
Lakers starting out cold like they did against Boston the other night, where they shot 28% in the first half.
They're 0 for 4 now from the field, and a rebound by Grant, and they're not getting any offensive rebound. Jordan up the floor. 8-1. Pat Riley wants a 20-second timeout, but Byron Scott didn't know it, and they're now 0 for 5 from the field. Jordan from the foul line. It's 10-1. Magic heads up the floor. Now they get to 20. And so far, things are going just the way Doug Collins wanted them to. They've been able to push the ball up the floor, and they're making the open jump shots.
Well, here you can take a look at what the Lakers have been going through this season. You can see this the 7th road game in 11 days. 17 of 24 games have been on the road, the most of any team in the NBA. And they've been on the road 60 of the last 88 days, counting training camp. Now, Pat Riley, and talking to him before the game, said, Rick, you can't use that as an excuse. It's very easy to fall into that as an excuse pattern for yourself. But I think that it has got to have had an effect on this team.
That's no fun. That's a long time away from home. It's also a lot of meal money, but still a long time away from home. Worthy will inbound. 9 minutes left in the first quarter. It's 10-1 Chicago.
There's that trapping we were talking about.
Worthy, foul line. Good luck to Kareem.
And the Lakers beat it the way you must beat it. Make good, crisp passes before the trap gets to you to create passing problems.
10-3 is our score. The Bulls have the lead and the ball with 8:40 left first quarter. Cartwright works against Kareem in the pivot. Now fades away. He's a good outside shooter. 5 on the shot clock. The hook won't go. Magic the rebound. Byron Scott against Sam Vincent. Magic posts up against Jordan. There's his hook shot. Boy, he's got a great hook. 10-5.
He's had a good teacher.
The guy in the middle is one of the best. Jordan scored and a foul.
As we mentioned earlier, talking about stopping Michael Jordan's penetration is one thing, and really doing it is quite another. He is so quick. Well, watch him again. There he explodes by Byron Scott. Late coming over to help out AC Green. The top help was late getting there as well. And when you have a player of Michael Jordan's ability and that great first step and quickness that he has, you have to be totally alert to be able to get in there in time.
He has 7. He's 3 out of 3 from the field. 13-5, 8 minutes left first quarter. James Worthy from the foul line. Leaves it short. Horace Grant ahead to Michael Jordan. Cartwright sets a pick. Gets it back, shoots the jump. Won't go for him. Kareem, an unmolested rebound.
They should do that play more against Kareem's man, because Kareem does not like to step out. At least he hasn't been.
Magic Johnson from 16. A little flat-footed set shot. 13-7. Doug Collins with play instruction.
Now here they go. Let's see if Kareem comes out. No. Shot wide open.
Cartwright got it. He and Kareem banged against one another. No foul was caught. 15-7 Chicago. 7:10 left first quarter. Byron Scott. Kareem set the pick. Scott jumps. No. Rebound Green. Stripped away by Jordan. Sam Vincent up the floor. Grant. Good pass, Vincent. Their fast break is cooking. 17-7. Biggest lead is 10. Kareem left-handed hook won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds. A.C. Green touched it last. Timeout will be called here by Chicago. Timeout with 6:38 left in the first quarter. A long way to go, but so far, the big crowd here likes what it sees. Chicago 17, Los Angeles 7.
Tonight, Bill Cosby takes you on a high-speed chase for laughs. With the cars behind the wheel, an ambulance race seems like show business. Even Raquel Welch is impressed.
You know, if I was 20 years younger, I'd only be 3.
Mother, Jugs.
Stop calling me Jugs.
And Speed. 10:20 Eastern on the Superstation tonight.
We're not a company.
But we'll give you a chance to work where there's always a challenge.
We'll give you opportunities to learn, to develop.
To perfect skills that you thought were beyond your reach.
We'll help you build a career that can reward you for the rest of your life.
We're not a company.
We're your country.
We're the Army.
The Navy.
The Air Force.
The Marines.
We're the Armed Forces.
It's a great place to start.
On Friday night NBA, Michael Air Jordan comes home to Carolina for Christmas. Chicago battles Charlotte. 8:05 Eastern on the Superstation Friday.
We'll go back to Chicago Stadium in just a moment. But a day after the Electoral College officially named George Bush as president, we thought we'd get the early returns for another election, the NBA All-Star team. If the game were to be held today instead of February 12th in Houston, the starters for the East would be Moses Malone of Atlanta, a former All-Star with 3 other teams, Philadelphia, Washington, and Houston. His teammate Dominique Wilkins at one forward, Charles Barkley at the other. Despite playing in only 6 games, Boston's Larry Bird is third. And despite the best record, there are no Cleveland Cavaliers. The guards, Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas. The West leaders will be released Wednesday. I'll be back at halftime with the latest highlights and scores and the latest fashion from Charlotte. But now let's go back to Skip Carey and Rick Barry. Gentlemen.
Okay, Craig, thank you very much. And there's the score, and here's a good look.
Michael Jordan, you can see him quickly knock the ball away. That's one of the reasons why he was Defensive Player of the Year. He doesn't just guard his own man. He does other plays similar to that one.
And he handles the ball against Byron Scott up top. 6:20 left in the quarter. Jordan off to Vincent. He got it. 19-7, Chicago with 6:10 left, quarter number 1. Byron Scott. Johnson gets the Lakers back on the track, at least for the moment. 19-9, our score. Vincent on the right wing. Jordan Scott takes a whirl at him this time. Cartwright in the middle, fades away, nice shot. In traffic, Cartwright knocked it down. 21-9. Shot that ball on the way down, but he drilled it. Scott got into a mess. Got it back. Got it over to Magic. He missed the chip shot. Vincent is 2 on 3, 2 on 5. And he wisely slows it down. Lets his teammates catch up. It's 21-9. Grant posts up. Vincent in two-point country. He's been hot, but not this time. Michael Thompson is checked in. Comes away with a rebound. Out in and out. Rebound. Horace Grant with it. Vincent. Sellers almost walked. Got the ball down just in time. For 3, Jordan. Yes, sir. It's 24-9. He's got 10. He's outscored the Lakers all by himself. Magic Johnson. A 2-pointer. 24-11 is the score.
I think Michael's prepared to say a fond farewell to Kareem tonight.
At least in regular season. You never know about the playoffs. Cartwright. Grant. The Bulls can't play any better than they're playing in this quarter. The Lakers call timeout. Listen to this crowd here. There's the score, and you hear the roar. We'll be back.
I'm the big daddy of the greatest bar game of all time, Fuse Balls. And us Fuse Ballers drink Miller Lite. Miller Lite's a less filling beer. It's brewed from the ground up. not a watered-down version of regular beer. And foosball is a great game. Because when a guy loses, everyone knows he loses.
When it's Miller Lite, less filling, tastes great.
I think we have a loser.
Hey, bare-handed.
We go above and beyond just like you, above and beyond what we have to do, caring for what's special to you.
I'm a Prudential representative, and what's really important to me when I go into someone's home is to help them save money on their homeowner's insurance. Because I know, I'm a homeowner too.
Taking care to protect what's important to you. The Rock, the Prudential, above and beyond.
Introducing Stanley cordless tools with power that won't quit. Because unlike many other cordless tools, the new Stanley cordless drill and cordless screwdriver are designed with removable, rechargeable battery packs. So the only time they stop working is when you do.
When the Bulls got rid of Charles Oakley, they were putting a lot of responsibility on Horace Grant. Let's show you how that may be paying off for them. As Cartwright takes a shot, the double team. Watch the right of your screen. Into the pitch, James Worthy pushes Grant out of the way. He sees the missed shot, but he continues to battle, sneaks inside, gets by Worthy, and lays it back in the basket. And that's the type of performance that they need out of Horace Grant.
Mr. Jordan, 10 points, 4 out of 4 from the field, 1 out of 1 from the foul line, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and a steal already, and we've got 8 minutes left in the first, or rather 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Michael Cooper checks into the game for the Lakers. Magic on the move, made a great shot.
Now we'll watch Michael Cooper, one of the top defensive players in the league for many years, on Michael Jordan.
Tony Campbell has checked in as well for the Lakers. Surprised to see him this early. Jordan on the drive, it won't go for him. His first miss of the night. Magic heads the other way. It's 26-13. It's 26-16. Cooper breaks in with a three-pointer, and just like that, the Lakers are within 10. Vincent directs traffic. 12 on the shot clock. All alone, Cartwright blew the layup. Despite a great pass from Grant, then he compounded the felony by reaching in and committing a foul. Well, you can't have an easier opportunity than that.
Well, Bill, of course, is not the most mobile center in the world, and he also doesn't do a great deal of acrobatics, and he really could have been able to take that, should have been able to take that one and dunk it.
Scottie Pippen out of Central Arkansas is into the game. Bill Cartwright goes up. Not because of that miss. That was already upcoming.
Very quick team in there now for the Bulls. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little more traveling coming out.
Magic, the open jumper, and he missed it. Scottie Pippen with a rebound. Sam Vincent up the floor. Brad Sellers on the sideline. Cooper plays Vincent. Jordan against Magic.
I'll tell you what, Michael Jordan certainly has been doing a much better job of guarding Magic Johnson than in reverse. He's just much too quick, I think, for Magic. As good a player, as great a player as Magic is, that's a tough assignment. That's why Michael Cooper normally has him.
And Mason again. Magic has it knocked away. Jordan and Grant both were there. Lakers still control.
Well, the reason you didn't have that time, of course, Skip, is when you advance the ball up the floor quickly, you must take the troops as they're coming at you, and that's one of the reasons why. Now watch, little fake, freezes Magic. He's so quick, Magic isn't able to recover in time, and Michael takes it home.
And no help for Magic on the play either.
But
Paxson is in the game as Michael Thompson hits an unmolested baseline jumper. 28-18 with 2:25 left in an action-packed and fast-paced first quarter. Paxson against Magic up top. Pippen with the ball. And now Jordan, and Cooper has it. Sellers set the pick. Michael not this time. He forced it in the rebound. Magic has it. Magic up the right wing. He can pull his team to within 8 as we enter the 2-minute period. He posts up his smaller man. That'll be goaltending. Sellers interfered with it in the cylinder. No argument. Brad knew he did it.
This is one of the things that Doug Collins talked to me before the game that he did not want to have happen, is have some small guards in the game and have Magic be able to post up like he did against Paxton. I'm surprised that they didn't try to do a little better job of doubling and not allowing that to happen.
And the Lakers are right back in it. It's 28-20. Pippen goes base, lost it. Here comes Cooper. Campbell with it. That'll be goaltending. Score the goal.
Now, one thing in talking again with Doug before this ball game is he had mentioned, Rick, I've been real happy with our defensive effort, but we have been spotty offensively. We played great for extended periods of time, and then we go cold. We get flat for some reason. That seems to be happening now, although the Lakers, with this quicker team, have picked up the defensive intensity on their part.
Pippen for three, left it short. Rebound, Cooper. The Lakers can move to within 4 or 3 if they see one from out this part of the hardwood. A minute 8 left in the first quarter. Rick Barry, Skip Carey with you from the Chicago Stadium. The steal was by Grant. 3-on-1 to Jordan. He hung in the air and missed. Cooper the rebound. Well, they missed some easy shots in the last couple of minutes. Less than a minute remaining in the quarter. 28-22. The Bulls lead the Lakers. Pippen plays Magic. That's the way Doug wants it. The left-handed hook is good.
Well, when you're 6'9", even having someone almost your size on you doesn't make much difference.
Pippen got it back at the other end. 30-24, 32 seconds left in the quarter. Pat Riley off the bench and with play instructions. Campbell is a good shooter, but not that time. And a foul against Los Angeles.
On Michael Thompson.
Michael Thompson just threw Scottie Pippen to the hardwood.
Craig Hodges in for Michael Jordan.
Byron Scott will check back in with 19 seconds left.
Byron Scott back.
And the reason you're getting Craig in now with Paxton in the small backcourt is because Magic Johnson is going out for his first rest for the Lakers. And Doug feels that this smaller backcourt cannot be taken advantage of.
You see the time remaining in the quarter, and the Bulls have all of that. Start the offense right about now. Fuller way short, and the quarter is over.
Chicago 30, the Lakers 20.
The Lakers trailed by 15, but at the quarter they moved to within 6. After one period, Chicago 30, Los Angeles 24.
We're not a company, but we recognize potential. We develop it. We use it. We'll make sure that as your responsibility grows, so will you. As your ability for leadership grows, so will you. Working with us, you'll gain self-confidence, become a person with a future. We're not a company. We're your country. We're the Marines, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force. We're the Armed Forces. It's a great place to start.
Over the years, Wheaties has always been the breakfast of champions because we've always stood for the best with what we put inside the box and who we put outside. Today we welcome our newest champion. And we've never stood quite as tall.
Recently, 12 new cars were chosen to compete for the Motor Trend Import Car of the Year award. When the results were in, the top 3 places were won by Honda. CRX SI, Civic, and Prelude. Who says it's lonely at the top?
Portions of tonight's game are brought to you by Honda, who invites you to test drive the Accord LXI 4-door sedan at your local Honda dealership, and by Reebok basketball shoes. When the new legends are made, they'll be wearing Reeboks.
Well, a big conference going on there, Skip. You just see now popping his head up. That's, of course, Sweetness himself, Walter Payton, the great Chicago Bear. running back who recently, of course, retired. And with the back of his head, it's pretty tough to recognize him. That's another native Chicagoan, a very fine actor, Jim Belushi.
They're probably talking about buying the Bears, or...
Well, they're talking about coming over and visiting with us, is what it is. Jim's coming over here right now.
We don't have time. Second quarter is underway. Campbell thought about it, didn't do it. Michael Cooper up top. 30-24 our score. Byron Scott. Got him. 30-26. Paxson up the floor. Brad Suller. Back it comes to Paxson. Lakers weathered an early storm by Chicago. James Worthy about to return. Foul Byron Scott.
The foul on Byron Scott. That's his second, team's first of the quarter.
As you take a look at those first quarter statistics, the Bulls with 54% shooting got off to a great start. Got a lot of easy baskets off a transition, would help that percentage. And, of course, the Lakers doing a nice job with the rebounding.
Second quarter just underway. Scottie Pippen works against Tony Campbell.
This game turned in the last 3 minutes to get the Lakers back in. 67% offensively for the Lakers, 37 for Chicago, and that'll do it every time.
7 on the shot clock. Paxson threw it away, very fortunate to get it back. He's hit as he misses, and he'll shoot 2. Campbell got him. Let's see if Paxson's all right.
Got it right to the bridge of the nose, it looks like.
Boy, and that hurts, too, when you get hit right there.
John Paxson. Shoots 2.
We'll take a look again as Paxson kicks it back out. It gets knocked away. Now he dribbles to go to the basket. Campbell from behind. Caught him with the arm.
No argument.
Not a good foul on the part of Campbell.
No argument about that one. That'll clear out your sinuses if you're time. He has one more. 11 minutes left in the first half. Craig Sager at our studios in Atlanta. A lot of NBA activity tonight. Craig will keep you up to date on all of that as we go along here this evening and at halftime in great detail. Paxson missed them both. Normally a good free throw shoot. Michael Cooper up the floor. Cooper to Michael Thompson. Byron Scott is up top, and Worthy jumps. In and out, deflects to Sellers. Here comes Pippen. He slows it down, lets his teammates catch up. Offensive foul, Pippen. Drawn by Michael Cooper. He's a master at it. At the conclusion of the game tonight, Rick will be selecting the Miller Lite player of the game.
This promotion says N.I. You forgot that part.
Yeah, Rick and you will be selecting the player of the game. Michael Cooper up the right wing. 30-26, 10-20 left.
Lakers need to get Worthy involved in this offense a little bit.
Scott, the open jumper. Michael Thompson, foul Pippen. Or Cartwright, let's see.
The foul on Bill Cartwright. His
it's
second,
Cartwright.
Team's first of the quarter.
His second, first team foul.
The Bulls have really gone cold.
2 shots. Thompson.
Horace Grant about to check into the game.
Horace Grant for Brad Sellers.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
How are you? Jump in anytime, baby. Thompson again. It's good again. 30-28. Chicago by 2. 10:05 left in the first half. Paxson for 3, and he got it. Funny game. He missed 2 free throws and then knocked one in from 30. It's a 5-point Chicago game. 9:50 remaining in the first half. Foul will be called on Grant.
I see you thought I was kidding when I said Jim was coming over. Now, Jim, what I want to know is you're a native Chicagoan, right? So, I mean, I know you got to like the Bulls and Michael Jordan, but I see you out there when you're doing the movies and things in the the Hollywood scene. We saw you out in L.A.
Well, I live out in Los Angeles, so I get a chance to sit down on the floor once in a while, and I love the LA Lakers.
Well, I mean, but what about the Bulls?
Well, Michael Jordan is it. I mean, he is the Bulls. He's the franchise here. I think it's a great team. It's a great city for it.
And now, who do you root for when you're in a game like this?
Well, this is a hard day for me. To have the Lakers here and the Bulls, I'm like happy for both teams. You know, I can win because either team wins, I win.
So you're kind of like us, just want a nice, close, competitive game, right?
These are the best players to watch.
No foul. Cartwright missed another layup. It's 4-on-2, Los Angeles. Campbell gets about a 12-footer out of that and missed it. They might have gotten a better shot. Here comes Hodges. And a foul. The action is fast and furious, but really not much getting accomplished in the second quarter.
No, again, the Bulls still have been a cold streak there, other than a three-point shot that they've had. They don't seem to be in sync. Of course, they have their best player resting on the sideline, and also for the Lakers, that's probably true, although Magic Johnson's coming back into the game right now.
To join Cooper. Hodges to the foul line. He's a good acquisition for Chicago. Former Milwaukee player.
It was interesting the way he started out. He was standing at the top of the key. I figured he's such a good three-point shooter. Maybe he's going to shoot his free throws from the top of the key. Look where he's starting from. He's way out in the top of the key right now.
You and Doug Collins, speaking of that, had an interesting discussion before the game about Scottie Pippen's shooting.
Well, Scottie Pippen actually shoots the ball better from longer range, because when he goes out to longer range, for some reason, he shoots the ball up to the basket and gets much more arc on it. When he gets a little bit closer, he shoots the ball much flatter, shooting at the basket, and as a result, he's very ineffective in the medium distance.
35-29, Chicago, 9:08 left in the first half. Worthy
was flat on that shot.
Paxson. There's the 3-point shot. He had the arc. He just missed it.
A little bit left.
Ooh. Magic gets crashed by Pippen. Let's see if he's all right. He is. Jim Belushi, Rick Barry, Skip Carey with you from the Chicago. You want to do some play-by-play?
Oh, I'm the worst. Believe me, I called the Cubs game. No, I called the Cubs game one time, and you guys are talented.
You need a script, is that it?
I need a script. I need a script in front of me. And
so do we, believe me.
And I need a chance to do 2 or 3 takes on the same thing. You guys are right off the cuff. I don't know how you do it. Talented.
A lot of times not that well.
A lot of times you wish you had it back, you know, but...
You know, it is also, you got to have the confidence to say everybody's name correctly. When I called the Cubs game, I wasn't confident of calling everybody's name
You should have been with us over in Europe and Spain when we were doing the Yugoslavian team. And you know,
that was a career ender there, baby. 35-31. Chicago leads. 8:40 left in the first half. I happen to know that the guy who normally does the Cubs games has trouble with pronunciation, too.
Steve Stone.
No, the other one.
Ah, Harry's good.
Hodges. Whoa. 4-3. That's one of the reasons they got him.
It's one of the reasons why they got him.
38-31. Worthy posts up. Cooper eludes Paxson, gets Scott the open jumper. He's not on target yet. Jordan pulls the rebound.
Hodges for the Bulls, 6 for 6 right now, Skip. Michael 2 for 2.
3 for Michael. 41-31. Timeout. The joint is jumping here. 7:55 left till halftime. Bulls 41, Lakers 31.
So, Dave, who'd you vote for this year?
Well, I was looking for a guy who'd be a strong leader.
Someone who could take the ball and run. Yeah, to stand tall.
And be a straight shooter.
Miller Lite wants you to get out and vote for the players in the 1989 NBA All-Star Game. Get your ballot at any NBA arena or at the Miller Lite display in stores and taverns.
So vote.
And exercise your right.
Or your left.
Miller Lite, sole sponsor of NBA All-Star voting.
Sir, would you choose hamburger A, a Wendy's hamburger that's made fresh, or hamburger B that's pre-made so it sits around?
Oh, B, because it sits around. I'm a trucker, and I need something made for the long haul, and that baby looks like it'd hang around for 6, maybe 7 stays.
But wouldn't the fresh Wendy's hamburger taste better?
It might, but I can eat this B burger in Shaky Town and still be tasting it in Salt Lake.
Most people prefer the taste of fresh hamburgers, like Wendy's, the best burgers in the business.
At TNT, you'll find more than just men. You'll find heroes. The kind of heroes who aren't afraid of a little fist fight, sword fight, gun fight, or food fight. They're the kind of guys who can dish it out.
When you're slapped, you'll take it and like it.
And hang tough. They can handle just about anything or anyone. They're TNT's men of action, and just some of the good stuff on TNT.
Well, the stars come out tonight in the Chicago Garden. Rick Barry, Jim Belushi, and what's his name here, and we've seen a good ball game.
Harry
Bulls
Sutton.
Harry Sutton. Bulls by 10, looking good, huh, Jim?
They look great.
Bulls look great.
Lakers now, they haven't won on the road at all, have they?
Yeah, they've won a few games. They've lost 3 in a row, though.
3 in a row?
Yeah, we'll give you one quick plug. You got a new movie or something coming out?
K9 is coming out in March.
All right.
Thanks. Worthy slams it home.
And that's who they need to get off. Worthy has been not heard from here in this ball game so far. First basket.
Paxson for 3 more. They're wearing him out with the three-point basket. 44-33. But an eternity to go.
You know, we keep bringing up the things we talked to Doug Collins before the ball game. He kept talking about how the three-pointer can help change things, and he liked having Hodges here. They're killing him tonight with the three-pointers.
3-second violation. Boy, there's a call you don't see much anymore, but every now and then. So the ball goes back to Chicago.
Well, I think we're seeing more of them this year, Skip, because of that third official.
Yeah. You can see the damage Chicago doing with the three-point baskets, and they lead by 11. We have 7:05 left till halftime. Jordan, 2-shot opportunity. Good effort, but it wouldn't drop for it.
Now Michael Cooper, his fourth team foul.
That's the 4th team foul on Los Angeles.
And here we talk about the road trip the Lakers have been on, and on the road 60 of the first 88 days of this season. You can see what has happened to them on this extended trip, 7 games and 11 nights.
They had Washington buried the other day. Lost their down
15 at the half.
20.
15 at the half there. That's very surprising for a Laker team to do that. But you know what happens, I think? I don't care. When you're an outstanding basketball team, you get up 15 on a team like Washington that's struggling. You go into the locker room at halftime. It's very difficult sometimes to motivate yourself to come out and play as hard as you might have played in that first half. And then you give them life, and then you can't turn it back on again.
That's what happened. 45-33. 7 minutes left till halftime. Worthy on the right wing. Orlando Woolridge is checked into the Los Angeles scheme of things. A former Bull. And a 2-shot opportunity for Magic. And after a foul-free first half, a lot of grabbing, or first quarter rather, a lot of grabbing going on here in quarter number 2, which has 6:49 remaining. Magic to the line to shoot 2. He leads the Lakers with 14.
This has been a very fast-paced basketball game, and I think what might be happening is some of the players get a little tired. When you get tired, you don't move your feet as well defensively. See what Magic has done in his last 4 games versus the Bulls.
He gets the 2 free throws. It's 45-35. John Paxson up the floor. Michael Jordan against Cooper up top. Hodges finally missed one. Rebound Michael Thompson. Cooper wants to unload. So far can't. Didn't see Magic behind him. Finds Worthy against Michael Jordan. And traveling will be called on Worthy. And again, a good job by Jordan defensively.
Well, he did an outstanding job. A little bit too much, perhaps, one-on-one on the part of the Lakers. Pat talked about that before the Boston ball game, saying that his team is not really executing their offense the way he would like them, and that he thinks is the result of their only having 4 good practice sessions in the last month.
45-35, 6:03 left first half. Jordan hung in the air, threw up a prayer. Cartwright followed it up. Cooper at the other end. 47-35. 5:45 left. Magic. Spun it up with the left hand. Wouldn't go. Cartwright the rebound. Here come the Bulls. Paxson. Hodges for 3. Yes.
7 for 7 since he's been a Bull.
They've made 5 3-point baskets tonight, and the Lakers call timeout. And the Bulls have again built up a 15-point lead. 5:26 left, first half. 50-35, Chicago.
Hey, we talk about playground legends. You got to bring up a guy named Lamar Mundane. I seen him just rain jump shots on people. 4, 5, 6 shots in a row. People just started calling me Money. Because when he shot, it was money in the bank. He come down and shoot a 15-footer, everybody on the side be hollering, layup. Slam dunks are tough. But when a 35-footer come raining out the sky, it'll wire you up.
When the new legends are made, they'll be wearing Reeboks.
Take me to your playground, where the old ones rule and the young ones do their time. Take me to your playground, where some play for dreams and the rest just play for the prize.
Michael Jordan on the breakaways. Oh, what a dunk by Michael Jordan.
NBA action. It's fantastic.
The NBA Leaders, brought to you by Honda, first in import owner loyalty for the last 11 years.
The new Honda Accord Coupe. It's music to your eyes.
Well, there's a look at your Honda leaders. Kareem is lockered with a lot of guys, but only 5 of them in both Milwaukee and Los Angeles.
Well, Skip, in talking about what the Lakers have been doing here, again, not executing their offense all that well, it seems like they're almost forced into this one-on-one play here. See everybody kind of standing around, no weak side action. The Bulls defense set, Magic is there. Now, finally, Magic will make a cut to go through to clear the area out, and then it's James Worthy against Michael Jordan, and Michael played great defense, and there you see James Worthy going in, moves his foot. Actually, it didn't look like he traveled. I thought he kept his pivot foot. I didn't think that was a great walking call or traveling call.
Rivers has checked in. The youngster rookie for the Lakers handles the ball up top. Cooper for 3. Didn't get him. Big battle for the rebound. Michael Thompson. Thompson gets the basket at the other end. Cooper broke up what appeared to be a certain layup for Hodges. Magic up the floor. Cooper in and out. The tip won't go for Worthy. Next rebound, Cartwright. Here comes Hodges. And he slows the tempo with 4:45 left in the half, and the Bulls on top by 13. Paxson up top to Hodges. Foul will be on James Worthy. Holding.
The foul on James Worthy. That's his first penalty.
This program authorized under rights granted by the NBA solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA is prohibited. Jordan with 16 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal or 2.
Well, I'll tell you, Friday is going to be interesting. The Charlotte fans really turning out in droves for their NBA team. Great support for the Hornets there. Michael returning back to the area where he was, of course, so famous.
That
Still
will
is.
be a hot ticket Friday night. We'll have it for you at 8:05 here on CBS. Worthy fakes. Has it blocked by Cartwright. Heck of a play. Sam Vincent back in the game. Finds Jordan. He heads for 3-point country. It won't go. Vincent the rebound.
Watch Doug Collins in the background on the sideline. He's such a cheerleader for this ball club.
Hodges on the move, drew the foul, shoots 2. That's really interesting. Collins may be the first coach who he really wants to make the three-point basket a huge part of his offense.
Well, yes, he does. I mean, Rick Pitino, certainly with what he did at Providence, now trying to do it with the Knicks, and he doesn't have the greatest shooters in the world, but he's still using it. And Doug, again, he feels the same way that I do, and so many of the coaches who are using it, that by having the threat of the three-point shot, you force the team to have to play you out there. That opens up the middle for your players. That's why Patrick Ewing is having such a good time with the way the Knicks are playing. Anytime you have a low-post center, it's going to help him a great deal with the threat of the three-point shot.
Hodges makes the first, tries again. It's 53-37. Craig Sager with all the other NBA news of the night at halftime, and that's just 4 minutes on the clock away.
Well, Hodges doing a great job in that trade. They gave up Ed Neely for Craig Hodges, and that's turning out to be a very good trade for the Bulls thus far.
Magic up top. David Rivers, the rookie out of Notre Dame. Dave Corzine is into the game and is greeted by a hook shot over him by Michael Thompson. 54-39.
Lakers need to try and chop a few more points off of this lead going into half.
Jordan left it short. Rivers the rebound. He fumbled, had it stolen away. Grant with it. Great pass. And a foul on Cooper. His second.
The foul, Michael Cooper, his second penalty.
It's penalty time, and Jordan to the foul line. Now 3:23 left in the first half.
Well, Miami snuck that one victory in there against the Clippers, fortunately for them. You see some of the other scores around the NBA. Of course, Craig Sager will bring you up to date on all of that at the Prudential halftime.
Speaking of Miami, you and I will be there.
This is true.
Where it all began for you. A week from tonight, right?
Yes, and they're still giving good support down there to the Miami team. The team plays very hard, very competitive, although they can't win very many games. See what Michael Jordan has been able to do against the Lakers the last 4 times these teams have met. Of course, he does that against just about everybody.
It's been all Chicago to this point, but if you follow the NBA, you know it's not time to count the Lakers out. We haven't reached halftime yet. Worthy posts up. Magic goes to the hole, scored, and a foul. He is good. He is really good.
Well, I think Magic is saying that I've got to go ahead and take over again. He's had to do that on numerous occasions. Pat Riley is concerned about that. Say, look, we can't count on Magic Johnson for having to do everything. There he gets a paratrooper club member in Michael Jordan. Blows by him, is able to knife through the 2 defenders, lay it in, and draw the foul as well. One of the rare mistakes you'll see Michael Jordan make defensively.
And, you know, Rick, I guess you have to talk about it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the senior statesman, great player, since Hall of Famer, and all deserve it. But he's not getting it done anymore, and they can't run as well when he's in the lineup.
Well, that's one of the reasons why when he's in, people will go at him. They'll try to run. They'll try to make the Lakers pay a price for having him in the ballgame.
55-42. Vincent's finger roll won't go. The tip won't go. Worthy to David Rivers. Rivers against Jordan. It won't go. Horace Grant the rebound. Vincent 1-on-2.
Pull it out. That's the move you want to make there.
Corzine from 16. No. Rebound foul Grant.
Loose ball foul.
A loose ball foul. His third. That could be an item before this game is over. It's penalty time, and Brad Sellers will check into the game for Chicago. Grant with the 3 fouls goes out.
Checks back in for Chicago.
Michael Thompson out of the game. AC Green report.
Interesting lineup right now for both of these teams, especially for the Lakers. They have AC Green and James Worthy and 2 point guards, and actually 3 point guards. Michael Cooper plays point guard sometime for the Lakers. Magic, Michael, and Rivers.
I think that would indicate to the Bulls they best get their track shoes on, because there's going to be some running here in the last 2:28 of this first half. Worthy's had a dreadful night. He's 1 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from the line. 55-43, Chicago. 22nd timeout.
Chicago
is called by Chicago. Just to update it for you, Friday night we'll have Chicago and Charlotte next Tuesday. A look at the Houston Rockets down at Miami against the Heat. both games will be at 8:05, and there's what's coming up for you. At halftime, Paul Ryden will talk to Alexander Julian, designed the NBA's first fashion-ready uniforms for the Charlotte Hornets. I'm certainly looking forward to that.
I just didn't hang around long enough, Skip, to be in on that.
Yeah, well, I hope my wife is watching, so she'll put the VCR and get me a tape of that.
Doug called a good timeout here with the 22nd one because he doesn't like the way things are going. The Lakers are trying to get this lead down underneath 10 if possible before the half. He wants to try and execute and try and get something done for them to get that lead or keep that lead above the 10 mark. Of course, you have a special edition game. You forgot about that one because Pete Van Wieren will be doing that one in Philadelphia.
I wonder how long it'll be delayed when the backboard breaks this year. Jordan goes to the hole, can't buy it. Rebound by Green. He almost walked. Magic has it stripped away by Vincent. Ahead of the pack, Jordan against Cooper. It'll belong to Los Angeles. Great play by Cooper.
That looked like a football player if there ever was one, too. A defensive back and Cooper trying to go against that great wide receiver with the long bomb.
Well, they would have both been great football players, too.
2 minutes.
And in those respective positions as well.
We're in the 2-minute period. Rivers. Corzine somehow got that away from A.C. Green. I don't know if he stole it or if A.C. just dropped it.
A.C. dropped it.
Life's embarrassing moment. Vincent shoots two. We're having a lot of layups here lately, but none will go in the hoop at either end. Kareem looks on with 2 points and very little playing time.
St. Vincent, 2 shots.
But a new compact disc and picture, a lot of nice gifts that were given him before the game. Free throw good by Vincent.
You know, it was interesting to me in Kareem's statements before this ball game and him talking about how he's been trying to go ahead and, handle this goodbye, and that in his playing and all, how he mentioned that it has been difficult for him to do what he really would like to be doing. So he himself admits that he's struggling.
A minute and a half left. 57-43. Chicago foul Hodges prior to the shot. But bonus time for Cooper.
Fouling Craig Hodges.
1:29 left in the first half.
Michael Cooper. 2 shots.
Well, I'll tell you, the Bulls are very lucky because they really have had 2 spurts offensively and 2 down periods. In the first down period, the Lakers made a great run and got it to 4 before that second spurt. And they're having a down period now, but they're lucky because the Lakers are also having a little down period offensively at the same time.
You know, and you can speak to this better than I, but in the years I did the Hawks, did all their games, we would go on West Coast trips. And almost invariably, the last game of the trip, you would get blown out. I think unconsciously, you're looking forward to getting home and all that. I don't know if that will happen to the Lakers tonight, but it happens to a lot of teams. It seems to me after a long road trip, that last game is very tough. Hodges, an air ball.
His first 3-point miss as a Bull.
Well, you know, it had to happen sometime, and a foul, and Magic will shoot 2, and the bonus, very kind to Los Angeles here in the closing moments of the first half.
Well, again, if they make these 2 free throws, that Magic shooting somewhere up around 90%, one of the top free throw shooters in the NBA this season, that gets it to 10. If they can hold the Bulls the next couple of possessions, score a few more, they're in good shape. Now, you talked about getting blown out. That might happen with a team that's mediocre team, Skip. I don't think a really outstanding basketball team allows that to happen to them very often, especially a team like the Lakers and the kind of pride that they have. Talk about Celtic pride. I think the Lakers have a lot of pride also. And having lost 3 games in a row on this road trip, the last thing I think they would want to have happen to them would be to lose this game. So they're going to be giving everything they've got tonight.
Well, we mentioned it earlier. It can't happen to them too often. They haven't lost 4 in a row in 10 years. Vincent cross-court to Pippen, and a whistle.
Illegal defense.
Thought we were going to get through a half without one of those, but no such luck.
First violation warning, a new 24.
First violation against either team, new 24-second clock. From now on, Chicago will shoot a technical if another is called. But right now, the Bulls just inbound on the side. Jordan, Corzine set the pick. Michael draws a lot of attention. Now Cooper plays. What a duel that is. Vincent with 6 on the shot clock. Got it.
I'm surprised he made that, Skip. A difficult shot. He was drifting left, and he really had to do some compensation when he fired that one up there.
59-47. 15 on the shot clock. You see the time remaining in the half. Magic.
Magic Johnson.
Magic has 23 already, and we're in the first half.
You know, people talked about him not being a good shooter when he came into this league. I mean, he's shooting over 50% now from the field, over 90 from the free throw line. The only other player to do that in the NBA for a season, Larry Bird.
8 on the shot clock. AC Green, the block. Jordan got it back, missed another layup. 1. And the half is over. Greg Sager has the other NBA news for you at halftime. We've had a good first half here, and at the break, Chicago leads Los Angeles 59-49. Thank you, old-fashioned played you. Thank you very much. 59-49 is our score at halftime. The Bulls are on top by 10. I don't know how you feel, Rick, but
I feel pretty good. I'm not cold like I was in Boston.
You don't look that good. Chicago appeared to dominate the game, but here we are at halftime, and it's only a 10-point margin, and that's nothing in this league.
Well, that certainly is the case against the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, 10 points is really never enough, but the Chicago Bulls have been playing this way all season long. They have been consistent with their defense, but inconsistent with their offense. They had 2 low periods again in this particular game, and that has allowed the Lakers to hang close, despite the fact that they really haven't gotten the type of performances necessary out of people like James Worthy and also Byron Scott. And as Skip pointed out, Kareem really was not a factor in this game at all. However, for the Bulls, during that low period, in the second period, especially Michael Jordan, who was off to such a hot start, only went 1 for 7 in that second period. And anytime you have your star player having an off game offensively, especially when he carries so much of the burden, that's going to cause problems for you. Let's take a look and see some of the action in the first half as we look at the newest addition to the Chicago Bull team, Craig Hodges, who had hit 7 straight three-pointers. Here he is knocking in 1 of his 3 in the first half. He finally did miss one later in the game. That has really helped open things up for the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan had a few of them. Also, Paxson knocked them in. And then it was the Magic Man himself. A little showtime as he realized he was going to have to try and carry things a little bit for the Lakers to get them back into this ball game. He wound up with 23 points in the first half. And when he has to score that many points, you know the Lakers are not performing well. And again, Michael Jordan got things off to a roaring start for the Bulls. Here he makes this great move, baseline, takes it home for an easy 2. He had 19 in the first half, and both of them, of course, coming up with their Showtime performances. Magic Johnson, you see what he's been able to do. I think that Pat Riley would rather see him have maybe 8 or 9 assists and less points, which would probably mean the Lakers were playing a better game of basketball. For Michael Jordan, he's doing what he normally does in every basketball game. You can see what has happened to the shooting percentages. The second period, they both went down drastically, Skip. They both were up there reasonably high. The Bulls, of course, up over the 50% mark. To get down to 45, you have to shoot pretty bad in an entire quarter to get that low. You see what the free throws are, and the rebounds pretty even. I think basically the three-point shooting right now, 6 for 10 for Chicago, has been the major difference in this game.
Kareem just played 5 minutes in the first half. He's out there to start the third quarter of play with Green and Worthy and Magic, Byron Scott. Against Grant with 3 fouls, Sellers, Jordan, and we're underway. Worthy fades away. Magic, that's a 2-point try, and he got the bottom of the basket. And it's an 8-point game, 59-51. Vincent dribbles the left wing. Cartwright fumbles it away. It's recovered by AC Green. And somebody's hurting. It's Magic. He got an elbow or a finger in the eye. I really don't know.
I love listening to you guys.
Gary Vitti out there quickly, the trainer of the Laker team, to see what's what with Magic, and he tries to walk it off.
I think he just got his bell rung a little bit. We'll watch again. Magic Johnson reaches in. There he is. And Wacko with the elbow right above the right cheekbone is where it looked like the blow came, between the right cheekbone and the side of the head. And there he is rubbing that area.
Gary asked him where he went to school. If he'd have said Arizona State, he'd have been out of there. That's where his guard running mate went. But he came up with the right answer, and play resumes. 11:20 left, third quarter. 59-51 Chicago. Worthy, they need more out of him, the Lakers do, than they got in the first half, and he gets off to a good start.
Let's see if the Bulls try to continue to go at Kareem and make him pay. I don't know if you want to do it too often. They seem to do a little better while he was in there. You might want to just kind of leave him in there for a little while and hope you do better.
Magic. And just like that, it's a 4-point game. 6 unanswered points for the Lakers in the first minute and 20 seconds of the third quarter. Vincent. Down low, Grant. Left hand, got it. Grant wanted a foul, got none, but he did get the basket at 61-55. Worthy posts up. He's now 3 out of 10 from the field, 2 out of 2 in the second half. 61-57 with 10:10 left in the third period. Jordan. 63-57. Jordan now with 21. Scott. He continues to struggle.
Laker ball.
Scott now 2 out of 9 from the field.
Well, when you have 2 of your top 3, you know, they have the triumvirate here. I mean, with Scott and Worthy and Magic Johnson, and only one of them came through in the first half.
Worthy against Sullard. They clear the zone for him to operate one-on-one. He does. He's 3 out of 3 in the quarter.
Now all they need is Worthy, and the Bulls are in trouble.
He's 4 out of 11 in the game. And Vincent front court. 9:25 left in the third. Sellers shoots the J and drills it. He's a good outside shooter for such a big man, but those are his first points of the night.
Well, he really hasn't looked to be offensive-minded at all in this ball game.
They go to Worthy again. Not a bad idea the way he started this period. He missed it, but he'll shoot 2. And they just go to him time after time after time.
Well, I think that's smart. I mean, Magic knows it. Pat knows it. I mean, the old theory, when you have the hot hand, you milk it dry. And as long as Worthy's having an easy time of it, they may as well make the Bulls do something defensively to adjust to it.
8:58 left in the third quarter as Worthy puts it down. One out of the 2 free throws. Rebound Grant. Here comes Vincent. 8:50 left in the period. Rick Barry, Skip Carey with you from the sold-out Chicago Stadium. Kareem comes up with the ball. Ahead to Magic. He's got Green. And that man.
Watch out.
He is now 3 out of 10, 1 out of 2 in this quarter. And Doug Collins very wisely calls a timeout. For the Lakers are on the prowl here in the third quarter. We'll be back.
The Bulls hold the Lakers to under 100 points.
$177 horses give Comanche so much power, but it's the name Jeep that gives it so much pull.
Save up to $1,700 on select 1989 Jeep Comanches.
America's leading consumer products rating service says one battery, Megatron 34 from Interstate, tested best. It ran circles around better-known brands and won by a mile. Megatron 34 from Interstate. Ask for it.
Look what a few lucky souls will get this Christmas.
Portions of tonight's game are brought to you by Jeep and Eagle, official vehicles of the NBA, and by Head & Shoulders, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
We have a wheelbarrow full of compact discs for you with all the special jam tunes that you like. And with this also, a rod reel go fishing and
That was before the game. Kareem honored here. Doug Collins made the presentation. Reverend Jesse Jackson, Mayor Sawyer of Chicago, involved as well. It's got to be a distraction, not only for Kareem, but for his team. I mean, they appreciate it, and it's very nice, but it happens wherever they go in the East. Well, it's got to make it tough to concentrate.
I would think that perhaps the first few might be a bit of a novelty, but then I think the more that you do it, like anything else, you adjust to it. If you know it's going to be happening, then I think you gear yourself for it. Although they're not doing what they hope to do, which is to win all of the games for Kareem. They're 4 and 5 during those presentation games.
Jordan is fouled. Jack Nees with the call.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem is called for his first. It comes with 8:19 remaining.
Santa Claus just came by, was handing out candy. Did you get any?
No, I'm working, but thanks for asking. I'm trying to maintain my girlish figure. Sam Vincent up top to Michael Jordan. Jordan goes to the hole, and a foul on Byron Scott here. Want some more?
I'll call Byron Scott. That's his third, team second. Michael Jordan shoots 2.
Jordan to the foul line to shoot 2.
I think what the Lakers are wishing for Christmas is to have a chance to be home.
I don't blame them for it. That's a crime.
But again, they have not disappointed me, Skip, in that we talked about how teams would get blown out in the last game of a long road trip, and how this team probably would not want that to happen to them. And they certainly have come out here in the second half, a very determined ball club, in an effort to try and get this game back.
We have 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Byron Scott on a weave. Kareem down low, lays it up and in.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
His second hoop of the night. Vincent up top. 67-64. Chicago, long way to go. 7:40 left. Quite right. Got it from Kareem. 69-64, 7:30. Byron Scott into the lane. Up he goes, and he got it. Nice shot. Rick made the point. He heats up. Worthy heats up. Then they're really tough. Vincent foul line. Yes. And now both teams are shooting the lights out here.
And that's the first time that's happened in this game where both teams are doing well offensively at the same time.
Worthy has it blocked away, but a whistle and a foul.
That was great help by the part of Grant to come over, but it was Sellers who committed the foul.
Michael Thompson back for Abdul.
Michael Thompson in, Kareem out for the Lakers.
James Worthy, 2 shots.
It's not that Kareem is playing poorly, it's just that he's spoiled us for so many years, and he can't do the things he once could do.
Well, there's no question that there's no way you're going to be able to do the things you can do in your prime in those years when, say, 27 to 31, 32 years old, when you're at the peak of your physical prowess and you understand what the game is about. Unfortunately, when people look at players of the stature of Kareem, they want to remember them at their prime. And to see a player coming out there and not being able to do that like Kareem, it's very difficult for people to accept that.
Vincent down to the deck. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The latest score we saw, the Cavaliers have opened up a 20-point lead again over Utah, 84-64. That post on the board here.
Well, they certainly have made quite a transition from being a young, improving team. I think that they have arrived right now, although what they do in the playoffs is certainly another situation, because playoff experience is totally different than playing during the regular season. But it's always nice to go ahead and go into it feeling confident. Right now, the Cleveland Cavaliers are playing great basketball.
My boy Josh and I watched them at home against Atlanta on Saturday. They just killed them. Atlanta's a very
They killed Detroit also.
Same way, yes.
And now Utah, another good team in the Western Conference.
73-67, Chicago, 6:35. Thompson blocked, and yet another foul on Sellers. Paul Mahalik with the call.
Sellers, his third, team's third.
Third on Sellers, third team foul.
It's interesting that Doug Collins mentioned something, again, we keep going back to, we had a long conversation, obviously, before the game, that even though Lakers have lost 3 games in a row, you notice the team that they beat on this road trip in Cleveland, you know, of course, was the Cavaliers. And it's like they were making a statement saying, fellas, you may be playing good basketball and you're doing well, but you're still going to have to beat us.
Thompson puts him down. It's a 5-point game with 6.5 left in the third quarter. 73-68 Chicago. We'll be with you again Friday night. The Bulls will be in Charlotte. Steve Jones and I will have that for you. Pete Van Leeuwen and Steve will be in Philly on Christmas night to see Washington play Jordan. And then Rick and I a week from tonight in Miami where Houston will.
You're a busy little elf.
That's me. Frequent flyer lot miles per diem. That's my life. Worthy backs in and jumps.
James Worthy.
5:50 left. 75-70 third quarter. Jordan from 20. Yes, sir. He's hot. Which is no big surprise. Five and a half left, third quarter, 77-70 Bulls. Michael Thompson sets the pick. Magic, what a pass. Woolridge with a left hand. A monster dunk for Woolridge.
First former Chicago Bull.
Jordan with a foul, shoots 2. Pat Riley argues with Paul Mahalik about that.
And very vehemently does he argue. He's been over there doing a lot of cheering as well and coaching on that sideline. Pat very determined to try and do everything he can to have this ball club pull out this victory. He would like nothing better than to have that happen. Between he and Doug Collins, I don't know who has the least amount of chair time in this game.
They've both been bouncing around. Jordan makes the first. Scottie Pippen is into the game. Brad Sellers departs. Jordan seeks his 29th point. Magic has 27.
Of course, in these two coaches, you do have 2 members of the first team all gum-chewing coaching staff.
You have some amazing statistical categories. Orlando Woolridge into the lane. Changed it, missed it. Michael Thompson blocked away. James Worthy. They've gotten away from going to him. Pippen plays him now. Now they go to it. And a layup is the result. 79-74 with 4:35 in the third.
That's what they wanted the Bulls to think, that they were going away from it.
Timeout is called by Chicago at 4:31 left in the third with your score. Bulls 79, Lakers 74.
Clutch Men, Clutch Moments, brought to you by the official vehicles of the NBA, Jeep and Eagle. Dave DeBuscher's jumper gives the Knicks a 2-point lead with time running out. Who will come through for the Lakers in the clutch?
Jeep Cherokee has available 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. The most powerful engine in its class. Full-time 4-wheel drive capability. And room for 5. Being superior in these areas makes Cherokee superior in these areas.
Save up to $1,600 on select 1989 Jeep Cherokees.
Trailing by 2 with time running out. The Lakers' Jerry West ties it up in the clutch.
Jerry West throws it up. It goes! West threw it up from behind midcourt and made it.
You can expect the best from Jeep and Eagle.
Every year, these 5th graders read hundreds of books. Before, reading was just okay, but now it's a lot of fun. In half the elementary schools in America, the Book It National Reading Incentive Program is helping teachers motivate kids to read. Help your children read. Bring books into your home and set aside regular reading time. Call 1-800-4-BOOK-IT to get Book It in your school. Hey, reading really is fun, right?
Right.
Okay, read.
79-74, our score. Chicago has the lead with 4:31 left in the third quarter.
What are you laughing at, Skip?
I'm laughing at you during the commercial break trying to sell Belushi on to put you in a movie.
Well, there's nothing wrong. You got to, you never heard a guy for trying.
As a nice guy? No, you wanted to be sinister.
There you see. Now look, there's the gum chewing team. Now check this out. I mean, these guys work at it. You should see them when the action really gets tight. It'd be tough. It'd be tough to pick a winner there.
Scottie Pippen will inbound.
And there you saw the field goal shooting percentage. Only teams in the NBA doing that.
Jordan has been hot. Grant mistimed the slam dunk foul, but Chicago still controls it. Vincent. That won't go. Cartwright. They start over again. They lead by 5. We near the 4-minute mark in the third. Jordan lost it on the way up. Woolridge the rebound.
That's twice Michael's had the ball slip out of his hand tonight.
A long way to go. 3:48 left in the third. Woolridge against Grant. Drew the foul, scoring.
Well, he got Grant into the paratrooper club, and so many times we see that happen, and the player invariably draws a foul, or the player gets an easy basket. That's 4 fouls on Grant. We'll watch again as Orlando gets to deep position. He'll make the good fake right here when he gives that pump fake. There goes Grant, gets him in the air, and wisely Orlando makes the body contact. And 99 times out of 100, the officials will call the foul on the defender. And I tell you, Orlando has really been abominable on the free throw, and he cost the Lakers a game in New Jersey by missing 4 in the last 2 minutes.
And still nobody's asked for your help, right?
No. And only one person's asked Kareem to teach him the hook magic. But he's still playing. It makes a difference.
2 on the shot clock, 1 on the shot clock. Grant at the buzzer misses. Got the rebound. They can move to within a point with a basket here. They'll inbound on the side with 3:03 left in the third. And Brad Sellers checks back into the Chicago.
See Magic saying right now what he was talking about was a bounce pass. He knew that if he is running on that break, he would have thrown a bounce pass because he had wide open on the wing was Michael Thompson.
Byron Scott. It's a 1-point game. 79-78 with 2:50.
I would think, I just see Hodges is getting up, that Doug would get Hodges back in this ball game, get a little shooting in.
Chicago has led by 17. They now lead by 1. And that's subject to change right here. Michael Cooper up the floor. Worthy. No. Still a 1-point Chicago game, and they have the ball with 2:25 in the third. Vincent. Tip, yes. Cartwright got it.
Cartwright does a good job if he has both feet planted when he jumps, but if he's taking a stride, he really doesn't get the same type of elevation.
Scott spins it back to Cooper for 3. Tie game.
Michael Cooper, 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Doug Collins with play instruction.
And the Lakers are doing this, and Magic Johnson is getting rest.
That's 8 for Cooper, 2 3-point baskets, and a couple of free throws. Cartwright. He fumbles it away. And that's not going to count. There's going to be a foul outside on Sellers pushing off. The crowd boos, but that was a good call by Jack Nees. And now the Lakers can take the lead. Sellers picks up his 4th foul. Grant also has 4. Hodges checks into the game. Paxson checks into the game for the both.
Well, now Michael Jordan will get his rest as Magic gets ready to come back in for the Lakers.
Michael will rest this 1:42, maybe a minute of the 4th, and that'll be it. I would guess Cooper makes the first, and the Lakers lead for the first time since I don't know when.
Well, since probably the last time that they may have played against the Bulls, was it?
He made one of the 2. Cartwright the rebound. Thompson hits the other way. Scottie Pippen with the ball. 1:35 left in the third. Shot clock. Sellers almost stepped on the sideline. 5 on the shot clock. Knocked away by Woolridge. They'll inbound with 5 on the clock. 1:21 left, third quarter.
And the Laker defense has gotten much more intense here in the second half, and it's made a major difference. Especially, it's been very effective here in the last few minutes.
Cartwright with a left-handed hook, nice shot. It's a 1-point game the other way. Chicago has the lead. 1:12 left, third quarter. Magic gets a pick to Michael Thompson. Rolls it low for him. Not a good pass. Out of bounds. Chicago gets it back. 1:02 left in the third quarter. 8 turnovers for Los Angeles. Don Paxson in control. Cooper checks in as they cross the line. You see the time remaining in quarter number 3. Paxson. Rebound. Pippen cannot save it. Lakers have it back with 42 seconds left. We're in the third quarter. It's 83-82 Chicago. Magic. Aaron Scott. Woolridge on the wing. 8 on the shot clock. He goes to the hole and double dribbles the ball out of bounds. He did everything wrong.
I'll tell you right, if you're guarding Orlando Woolridge, he's got the ball that far away from the basket, out on the court. If you're Brad Sellers, you have to drop way off. You want Orlando Woolridge to shoot that ball all night long. He doesn't want to shoot it either, I can guarantee you that.
Hodges with the inbounds pass. Sellers set the pick. Hodges says, I can handle it. Sends it on up the floor. They have all that time, do the Bulls, to take the final shot here, and they lead by 1. Hodges gets Sellers the open jump, in and out, rebound, Cartwright. He blew it at the buzzer. He has missed 3 easy shots, and that could be an item before this game is over. We go to the final 12 minutes of regulation. Anybody's game. Bulls lead by 1.
Tonight, Bill Cosby takes you on a high-speed chase for laughs. With the cars behind the wheel, an ambulance race seems like show business. Even Raquel Welch is impressed.
You know, if I was 20 years younger, I'd only be 3.
Mother, Jugs.
Stop calling me Jugs.
And Speed. 10:20 Eastern on the Superstation tonight.
Mark and Brian rocking L.A. It's another hot one out there. 98, 12 degrees. I know really this side. It's hot, hot, hot.
Right now, the only thing that would taste better than a nice cold one is a cold filtered one.
Man, I could sure go for one of these.
Because if you want a beer whose rich, smooth draft taste hasn't been changed by depasteurization, we've got it down cold.
Right.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as beer gets.
We have a slightly revised forecast. It's cold. Go.
Sir, would you choose hamburger A, a Wendy's hamburger made with fresh beef, or B, made with beef that's been frozen?
Hamburger B.
Why?
Looks like the chow we had in the Marines.
Was it good?
No, it was terrible, but what memories. Slogging chest deep through the muck, mosquitoes as big as choppers, smell of sulfur in the air, I loved it. Say, were you in the Corps?
No.
I didn't think so.
Most people prefer hamburgers made with fresh beef, like Wendy's, the best burgers in the business.
Their move to the city didn't work out quite as they planned. Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis are the out-of-towners. 10:05 Eastern on the Superstation Wednesday night.
Pretty good pitcher, Rick Sutcliffe, looking on, rooting for the Bulls. 83-82 Chicago with 12 minutes remaining. What do you think? Will it be Magic? Will it be Michael? Or will it be somebody else who decides this game?
Well, I'll tell you what, Skip. Michael Jordan will be the man going down the stretch for the Bulls. I mean, you can almost rest assured of that. However, the Lakers will also be aware of that, and if the game is close, Pat Riley will be running some interesting defenses at him, I'm sure. As you see what the Lakers did in that third period, 72%, that's phenomenal shooting. And I would think that Michael, although he may try to do things, if the Lakers play the type of defense I would expect in a close game, some of the other players could be key factors. Somebody like a Craig Hodges who could spot up and get open from a pass from Michael Jordan on a double team. It'll be interesting to see how the game develops. I hope we get to that point where it comes down to a last-second shot.
It's been a dandy so far. Bulls by 1 and with the ball. Final 12 of regulation. Underway, Michael Jordan still on the bench. Magic Johnson is in the game. Hodges up top. Paxson. 5 on the shot clock. Good defense by the Lakers again. Hodges in and out. Rebound. Here comes Magic. Pippen hawks him. Magic Johnson up top. Byron Scott won't go. Rebound Cartwright. Ahead it comes to Scottie Pippen. Passed up the jumper. Hodges goes to the hole. That's blocked away. And recovered by Woolridge. He made the good play. Ahead to Magic again. He's got Scott on the wing. Leaves it instead for Cooper. Lakers can take the lead. We've played a minute of the fourth quarter. They do play Woolridge loosely, and he gives it back to Magic. Byron Scott for 3. He got it at the buzzer. He drilled it. A 3-point basket. Lakers by 2. 10:38 left in regulation. Chicago's biggest lead was 17. They now trail by 2. Scottie Pippen hangs in the air. Won't go. Tipped up and in by Bill Cartwright. Here comes Jordan. 10:15 left. We are tied at 85. It has been 10 years. Offensive foul on Michael Thompson. It's been 10 years since the Lakers have lost 4 games in a row. That is an amazing statistic.
You saw Doug Collins saying, hey, I think we've gone long enough with Michael sitting down. So, Michael, get in there and do your thing.
Win the game. That's all they ask him to do is win the game. Cooper against Jordan.
That's one of the great matchups. Now we get the offensive foul the other way on Cartwright as he banged into Cooper.
Third foul on Cartwright. So they exchange offensive foul. Kings lead Houston by 9 in the second quarter of their game. 41-32. Magic Johnson across the line. Cooper with it now. Michael Thompson gives the Lakers the 2-point lead again. Hodges and Paxson head the other way. Cartwright has it knocked loose. And an offensive foul is the call.
On Scottie Pippen outside, who set a moving screen while the action was taking place.
3 offensive fouls already in this final period. Down low, Woolridge from Magic. That's why they call him Magic. Perfect pass. 89-85, Lakers' biggest lead, 9 minutes. Jordan shoots 2. It's on Cooper.
The foul, Michael Cooper, his 4th.
Who says under his breath, what are you talking about? And that's exactly what he's doing.
Michael Jordan shoots 2.
He said, here's why they call him Magic. You see the good move by Woolridge to get behind the defender, and when Magic spotted him, he threw it right on the money.
James Worthy about to check in for the Lakers. Jordan drills it.
That picture, I mean, that shot could actually wind up being our picture-perfect play.
Now you're going to produce the game. You're going to be a movie star tonight. You're coaching, you're producing, you're having a big night. 89-86. Jordan makes them both. It's a 2-point game with 8:58. The Lakers have the lead. missed a few layups, but he's played well off the glass. Paxson from Jordan. Yes. Chicago by 1. Worthy. Magic. Worthy. Lakers by 1. We got a barn burner going here. 91-90, 8:20 left. Jordan against a triple team. Byron Scott knocked it away and out of bounds. Chicago inbounds on the end line with 11 seconds on the shot clock and 8:05 left in the game.
Look at how he draws some traffic. You talked about the triple team, then back to recover, and now overplaying Byron Scott knocks it out of bounds. That's excellent defense on the part of the Lakers.
Jordan fumbles it away. Big scramble. Magic on the deck to A.C. Green.
That's one of the things that Michael's been worried about. He leads his team in turnovers, and that time, that pass that Magic threw was for James Worthy. And what happened is Michael Thompson knifed through, tried to reach behind him and ticked it, and Worthy wasn't able to catch it. That would have been an easy 2 points.
A layup for Worthy. That's right, a bullet pass. So two great players exchange turnovers. Lakers by 1, and a whistle, and an offensive foul again on Cartwright.
Yeah, that was obvious. He put his arm right in the middle of the back and pushed off to get away from the man. See, that's a natural reaction as a player, Skip. You put your arm there, and then as you go, you push to go. But there's really no reason for you to push. You have the position inside. All you need to do is hold and then release.
Brad Sellers is in. Cartwright goes up. A.C. Green up top.
Bulls showing you a little bit of her trapping.
Scott's the open man again. It won't go for him. Rebound, Green. Goes. 93-90. That's Green's first basket. He has 3 points. Jordan this time against Scott. Finds Sellers. Hodges. 8 on the shot clock. What a shot by Brad Sellers. The Lakers by 1 with 6:55. Worthy, that's blocked. Hodges, he's got a 2-on-1 with Jordan. Jordan, and a foul. No basket, but a foul. Michael will shoot 2. Hodges got him the ball in great shape.
The foul on A.C. Green is first. Second team foul. Timeout, Chicago.
Timeout here. The Bulls will be at the line to shoot 2, and they're down by 1 with 6:46 left. We'll be back.
The Chicago Bulls have some birthdays to celebrate tonight up on the big board.
Introducing the next Eagle, Eagle Summit, a small front-wheel drive car that feels big, thanks to a surprisingly supple suspension and amazing interior room. But when you add Summit's optional 16-valve dual overhead cam engine, it gets small again.
Introductory offer. Get $500 factory cash back on any 1989 Summit.
Charles looks like he's just determined to take over this game.
Dominique fires outside, goes after it.
Whoa! The Elo for a three-pointer. He leads the league. Price with a tip at the buzzer.
Jordan on the move, in from the right, reverse layup.
They're enjoying their biggest lead, 8 points.
Yes. What a shot! NBA action is fantastic!
That'll be a charge.
We interrupt this purchase for a reminder.
Don't forget, Santa.
'Tis the season to be choosy.
La 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 la.
That's it.
So choose the card that actually pays you cash back for every charge. The Discover card.
That's a great idea.
You sure know how to pick 'em.
It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back.
Michael Jordan will be at the foul line shooting 2 when play resumes. 93-92, 6:46 left.
Well, we're getting an opportunity to watch 2 of the greatest players that the NBA has ever seen. Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. You can see their totals point-wise, but Magic, remember, had 23 at the half. And the Lakers have gotten back into this game because Magic has not had to score as many points, because Worthy came alive, Scott came alive, and he can do the other things that help make the Lakers such a great basketball team when they're on their game.
Jordan will shoot two. He's 11 of 13 from the line tonight. Tie game. And an overtime in this one would not be at all surprising the way these two teams have battled. Lakers can take the lead. Paxson plays Magic. If it stays like that, I would imagine they'd post him up or try to. But they don't. 5 on the shot clock. Worthy and a foul. And the foul is on Sellers, and that's his 5th.
Team's first.
Well, that'll happen when you're a player who leads your team in shot blocking. You try to go for shots that most players might not go for. And, of course, he just got done blocking a shot a few moments ago against Worthy. Now he's coming over on the run, goes up for the block, follows through, barely touches the hand, and that's why he is complaining, because it was really a ticky-tack type of foul.
Worthy, who couldn't get arrested in the first half, is coming strong. He has 21. He had 4 at the break on 1 of 8 shooting. Jordan on the wing. It's 96-93. Finds Hodges for 2. No. Rebound knocked loose, but recovered by Worthy. Magic Johnson has it back, and less than 6 minutes remain in regulation. Lakers can go up by 5, which would be their biggest lead. They have trailed by 17. Myron Scott, Magic Johnson. They post up Worthy against Jordan. 3 on the shot clock. Scott's going to have to hurry. Got it away at the buzzer. No. Rebound, foul, Michael Thompson. He was on the back of Horace Grant. That's 4 on Thompson.
Skip, do you sense that this crowd is a little nervous right now?
Yes. And I think we have to point out, too, again, Kareem has gotten, he had 5 minutes in the first half, and I don't know that he's gotten that much time in the second. 5.5 minutes left. Cartwright about to return. 96-93 Lakers. You know who this is. In and out. Tough break for him, and Thompson the rebound. Boy, that ball was all the way down, but spun out. Magic went right at Sellers and drew the foul. That's his 6th. They were trying to get him out of the game, but Magic went right at him. And there's the foul that gets one Chicago key man out of the game. Cartwright is in to take his place, but the damage is done. Sellers had 4 points, 3 rebounds. Not a good night for him.
Well, he's one of those erratic type players, not very consistent. I don't know how much that really hurts the Bulls. I really think that having Cartwright back in the ballgame with his experience and some of the other players, that they really didn't lose all that much as Doug Collins decides to take a 20-second timeout. He wants to make sure that they get a real good playoff here. And, of course, you can sit down and design the most perfect play in the world, but if the team comes out and plays outstanding defense, your players are going to have to adjust to that and try to come up with something to counteract what the defense comes up with. And the Lakers, of course, known to show you a lot of different looks defensively.
So now the chess match will be into effect here. There's Brad Sellers, who's out of this game. Cartwright returns to it, and play is about to resume. Don't forget, our next game Friday night. The Bulls will be involved again. Michael Jordan goes home to Charlotte.
18,000.
Take on that Charlotte team.
They lead the league in attendance there.
Another long night for Miami. Another terrible night for Indiana. Dallas won at Philadelphia, or is leading at Philadelphia, and Atlanta and Cleveland posting victory. Paxson off to Cartwright. They need a hoop here, as Rick pointed out. 4:55 left. That's deflected away and out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock. And once again, Chicago's going to have to rush their shot. That's happened to them a lot in this second half. Both coaches, Mexican jumping teams. In it comes to the man, to Paxson with 3. Yes, it's a 3-point basket, they say. Jordan did a great job of dishing it off. Boy, did Chicago need that hoop. It's 98-96. Lakers by 2 and with the ball. 4.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Michael Thompson, a wild shot. Now they can tie it. A great pass again by Jordan. 2 shots spread right.
And that shows you what happens because Michael Jordan had the ball, Skip. They were so intent on trying to stop him that both players went to Michael Jordan, 2 of the big men, and wisely, Cartwright slid right to the basket, and being the outstanding all-around player Michael is, he found the open man. Now watch the play again. Now you see where he's looking. Now he goes to double. That leaves Cartwright open. He slides in. Nobody there to help. Easy play.
And he spots it in the twinkling of an eye and reacts immediately. Cartwright makes the first.
You know, Bill Cartwright has missed a lot of shots inside. He still come up with 17 points and 15 boards. That's something that they did not get out of their center position last season.
18 rebounds is his career high. The 15 is his season high. Well, we're back where we started, tied at 98. Green from Magic. Back to Magic. Knocked away, out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock at that end.
And again, the Bulls showing a little bit of their trapping. They have at least 3 different looks that they can throw at the team.
Worthy gets it in. 5 on the shot clock as Magic Johnson.
It's been one of those years for him.
Oh, he's amazing. 2-point game with 3:42. Lakers 198. Worthy knocked it away, but a whistle away from the ball.
Illegal defense. A.C.
man.
Green before the steal. Pat Riley can't believe the call.
What a huge play that was. That's a layup at the other end for Worthy in a 4-point game. A big break there for Chicago. They shoot the tee and they get the ball. This could be a 5-point swing on that call. Jordan makes the tee, and now they have the ball back, and the 24-second clock goes to 24.
New 24 seconds on the shot clock.
You see what? Magic Johnson comes over to help, but it's going to be A.C. Green when the ball goes back out who got called for it. Back to live action. A knock-in by Paxson.
Chicago by 1, and the Lakers call timeout. A long way to go. What a ball game. 3:28 left. Bulls 101. Lakers 100. Don't go away.
Pure, genuine, never heat pasteurized. A beer that's made unlike any other, cold filtered to give you the rich, smooth taste of real draft beer. That's the mark of a great beer. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as it gets.
Why is this man being so unfair to his wife? Enjoying his cold relief while she suffers. Feeling no desire to sneeze while she stifles hers. Without all the coughs, the runny nose that torture her night. Resting while she tosses and turns. Why? Because while she took that cold tablet, he took NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine. And parents, ask your pediatrician about new children's NyQuil.
It's new from Polaroid, the Impulse camera. Go where it takes you.
You got to go. Go with your impulse. Go.
Go with the new Polaroid Impulse camera.
You got to go. Oh.
Your meeting. You nervous?
Didn't sleep a wink.
Go with your impulse.
Tonight's Polaroid Picture Perfect Play is brought to you by the new Polaroid Impulse camera. If you're ready for really incredible pictures, Rick, go with your Impulse.
Well, yes, and Magic Johnson went with his Impulse when he sees Orlando Woolridge make this good spin move on the right of your screen, go to the basket, throws the alley-oop, get the Polaroid Impulse ready, and snap it right there as Orlando takes it home. And you can get another picture of a very happy Pat Riley.
101-100 Chicago. The Lakers have the ball. Bulls only 2 team fouls. Lakers have 4. That could be an item. Scott. He missed the long jumper. Cartwright 16th rebound. We near the 3-minute mark, as you see. Hodges. Cartwright fumbles it away. Got it back. 6 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. 2 on the shot clock. Did he get it away? Yes. Or did he? Now a foul is called on the Lakers.
James Worthy, as Michael Jordan got the rebound. It seemed that when the horn went off, the players stood around a little bit. That allowed Michael Jordan to get in there and come up with a very big offensive rebound for Chicago.
Cartwright got it away a split second before that buzzer went off. So a couple of breaks have gone Chicago's way, but a long way to go. This has not been a Christmas turkey that we've had for you tonight. This has been a whale of a ball game.
Well, speaking of Christmas night, we have a game coming up, Washington and at Philadelphia. And of course, Friday night, that game seeing Michael Jordan back home in Charlotte.
Pete Cratchit and Ebenezer Jones will have it for you Christmas night. Magic down low, knocked away. Cartwright with a loose ball. And now Chicago's in pretty good shape. They lead by 3. They have the ball. 2.5 minutes left. Jordan reverses, changes, layup. Timeout Lakers. What a move by Jordan. A human being shouldn't be able to move that quickly. We'll see it again when we come back. The Bulls by 5 with 2:21.
Under the hoods of Eagles, we offer things like hemispherical combustion chambers, multi-port fuel injection, dual overhead cams, 16 valves. These are what will make Eagles fly.
Right now, the only thing that would taste better than a nice cold one is a cold filter one.
Can you draft anyone? Not the time.
Because if you want a beer whose rich, smooth draft taste hasn't been changed by heat pasteurization, we've got it down cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as beer gets.
That'll be a charge.
We interrupt this purchase for a reminder.
Don't forget, Santa.
'Tis the season to be choosy.
La 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 la.
That's it.
So choose the card that actually pays you cash back for every charge. The Discover card.
That's a great idea.
You sure know how to pick 'em. It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back.
Now, if you had to wonder what was happening in this game and you saw this replay, you would know exactly what might be happening, because this is how it stands at this juncture in the ball game.
You know, and a lot of people too, Rick, they talk about Pat Riley and Mr. Cool and well-dressed and all that, which he is, but boy, he is a fierce competitor. He was as a player, not a gifted guy, but a real battler.
Well, you live and die with what's happening with your ball club, and you can see the score right now. That's why the reactions that you've seen from Pat Riley, he's very concerned.
The Lakers need one here in the worst way. Magic on the move, in and out. Horace Grant the rebound. When Jordan crosses the line, there will be 2 minutes left. It's 105-100. It's not over. Jordan. Paxson for three. No. Rebound. There's Jordan again. They can start over with 1:40. There he goes again. Not this time, but he's fouled. He shoots two, and he has just picked it up on his shoulders the last 2 minutes, brother, and run with it.
Well, we talked about this earlier in the second half when you were asking what might happen, and certainly we thought that Michael would be the man and the Lakers would throw different defenses at him, but Michael's been able to solve it. He's had an answer for what the Lakers have come up with. I mean, he just, the last couple of times, weaved his way through at least 3 or 4 different Lakers.
Well, everybody get out of the way, boys. Here I go. He's 16 out of 19 from the line. He has a couple of steals thrown in there, too, for good measure. 107-100. A minute and a half remaining. Illegal defense against Chicago. I believe that's their first. Doug Collins argues about it, but it's not going to do him any good.
Violation, a warning, new 24 seconds.
Also, Chicago has a foul to burn somewhere along the line if they wish. They've committed none in the last 2 minutes. And only 2 in this quarter, and Worthy fumbled it away. Here comes Jordan against Magic. Hodges. Timeout, Los Angeles. And that might be the one that did it. 1:15 left. Did Jordan try to pass that ball, or did he just fumble it? I thought he fumbled it.
I think he lost it again. He's had a couple of occasions in this game, as we pointed out, where the ball has slipped out of his hands. And I think this is what happened. As we watch the play develop again, Worthy loses the handle on it. Here comes Michael off to the races. Magic gets back in place. He's going to go up. We get another look on this angle as he's going to take it against him. There's the ball slips out of his hands, bounces off of Magic Johnson right into the hands of his teammate, Craig Hodges, who gets the easy 2. And it looks like for the first time in 10 years, the Lakers are going to lose 4 consecutive games.
It was in March of 1979, the 78-79 season. The last time they lost 4 games in a row. They haven't played that badly here tonight.
Well, they get off to such a bad start, Skip. And how many times have we seen a team that digs a big hole, they come back, they get back down again, they fight back, and sometimes maybe get a little bit of a lead, and then they kind of slide back into the hole. I mean, I see that. I think I've seen that happen more often, where the team that got down in the beginning loses, then they come back and win. A lot more that way.
Well, they got to get a 3-point play somehow to have a chance. 75 seconds left. Bulls 109, Lakers 100.
Well, Craig Hodges has proved to be a nice acquisition to this ball club. He came in the first half, got him some good 3-point baskets, laid that last one in and may very well be the killer for the Lakers. And you can see that he's very enthused about being here and very excited, in fact, about the opportunity Chicago's presenting for him.
Must be a kick to play with a guy like a Magic or a Michael Jordan.
Well, I would think it would be a real pleasure to be on a team with either of those 2 players, because not only are they great individual players, but they're very unselfish as well.
Magic for 3. No. Cartwright 17th rebound, and that should be that. 1 minute left.
Well, this is a great early Christmas present for Doug Collins. He'll be very excited after this and probably have a nice high five or a hug with his young son, Chris, who's one of the ball boys here, who also is a pretty good young basketball prospect.
Very nice young man. I know how proud of him Doug is.
Well, you know, I think we fathers kind of like our young sons, don't we, Skip?
Indeed. Cartwright, you see his numbers. 18 is his career high in rebound. And now it's a 4-possession situation for the Lakers. .55 seconds left. There's the score. And Doug almost got beamed with a deflection over there. Cooper to Worthy. A three-point shot. 111-103 with 48 seconds. Jordan and a foul in the backcourt.
Magic Johnson.
It's on Magic again.
Third penalty. Michael Jordan, 2 shots.
Well, you have to admire the Lakers. Again, this is a team that does not quit. They're still trying every conceivable ploy that is available to them. However, they're not going to win this basketball game.
You know, you never know what the turning point of the big play is, but the little illegal defense call might have turned this game around for it. It was a 5-point swing. Worthy appeared to have a steal on an open floor. Instead, a technical was made by Jordan. They got a resultant basket, and they've never been headed since.
If you had to pick one play, I could say that was certainly a momentum changer.
112-103. You see the time remaining. You see the score for 1 minute. Scott for 3. Rebound deflects around. Knocked out by there's Jordan again. And it went off Woolridge, and Chicago has it back. And a little icing on the cake. Magic gambled on the steal. There goes Air Jordan. Magic for 3. No, it's history. Lakers still have it with 16 seconds left. Jack Haley, not the musician, the former UCLA player, comes in for Chicago. Worthy misses a 3. Grant the rebound. It is over. Haley. That's for the folks out in Los Angeles where he played his college ball. It's over. 116-103 Chicago. That's the final. For the first time in 10 years, the Lakers have lost 4 in a row. And you see a happy Doug Collins and an agonizing Pat Riley. We'll be back.